of course, we have a rare gem on our hands. We have someone you're going to see a lot of in the future, and you have the pleasure of seeing her with us tonight. I have with me Bisola Ogunkolade. She's a tennis player, and of course, a lot has been written and said about her, and so we're very happy to have her. Bisola, greetings to you. Thanks for being with us on the show.
Thank you for having me. Good evening.
All right, let me throw this in, then I'll bring my colleague in. I asked you before we came on set, because I'm intrigued, and I'm going to ask you, a lot of Nigerians are listening to you. How did it all start? Most people, we look at girls, there are some traditional sports people say girls do, but tennis, why tennis?
My journey all started when I was 5 in Zaria, when my dad serves as a military officer in Zaria. And I just usually watch this show on CNN, Open Court. It was actually for the Williams sisters.
Yes.
And from there, as a little child, I just got my interest in it and told my daddy, Daddy, I want to play this sport. I really like it, and I got interested in it. Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Interesting. Very good beginning. All right, like I said, my colleague Austin Okonakwan, suited and ready, and of course he joins us now. Greetings, Austin. It's good to go on this ride again tonight.
What a greetings to you, and of course everyone joining us on the show tonight. Good to have Bisola come talk to us about the importance of catching them young, grassroots tennis development. So let me just get quickly into the conversation. Bisola, good to have you on the show. How challenging is it for you to be playing tennis at such an early age?
Okay. It's not challenging. I started when I was 5. My dad brought me up and he's still my coach. He has been supporting me, even though when I've been through ups and downs, lost a lot of matches. And I've always been told that failure is a part or a way that leads me to success. And in anything I'm going to do, my mind should just be ready that I could do this thing and I should not just give up. Yeah, that's it.
I love it, Bisola. You started at 5. That's amazing. And now you are 13. Do you know you already have 8 years of practical tennis experience? Tell me, what's your memorable moment playing tennis?
My memorable moment playing tennis. It was when I played this national tournament called Adewale Isa, and for the first time, I actually was in the semi-final of under 12 in Lagos, and I was just so happy that I could get to that stage at a very tender age, and that's like my memorable moment in tennis. Yes.
Okay, all right. That's interesting, but let me jump in the conversation. How many of your peers, sometimes it could be lonely when you're in a sports where you don't really see people to match up with. Do you have a lot of your peers who play tennis with you, that you probably go to competitions together, see each other at events? You have people of your age category?
Yes, I do. We usually meet basically in tournaments because where I train, there are not lots of junior players there. So like when I go to tournaments, I meet my mates and we just relate, like that.
I'm taking this from my colleague because I know it's probably going to be the next thing we ask. So let me get ahead of him. So how do you balance it? I asked you off camera, do you go to a regular school? Because I was thinking for somebody who's on the road, playing competitions here or there, how do you manage to still have that? So since I know you go to regular school, you told me that already. So how has it been? Your love for the game, tennis, and your education, does it clash or does it blend perfectly?
It doesn't actually give me a challenge because I have like a program with my school that anytime I'm not around, I always get back and always go over what they have been taught, and it doesn't actually clash. Because I've always planned my movements, what I'm going to do the next day, and what I'm going to do, so it doesn't actually clash. Yeah, it just be balanced. And yeah, and I actually have a lesson teacher who comes to tutor me if I'm not around, or I just do online classes anytime I'm out, yeah, of school.
So none of both suffers.
I think my education just has like less time, but I'm trying to balance them together to like make sure they go together.
All right, that's good to hear. Let me yield to my colleague who has a few more questions.
Bisola, I love your experience already, and you are a testament that when we catch young people young, they can actually go on to, play sports for a long time. Who is your role model in tennis? And you have to tell me why.
Okay, my role model is actually, they are the Williams sisters. And because they just created a path for African children and black race all over the world, that they could be anything no matter where they come from. Likewise, on Jaba, she's an African and she's at the top level and she's doing well. And I just feel that every African child out there could be whatever they feel they could achieve. Yes, that's what I say.
I love it. I love it. And sports has actually got the power to transform lives. And just speaking to you, I'm already proud of you and everything you've achieved playing tennis. But our administrators, Bisola, they're not really giving tennis the sort of attention that we want them to give to it. So with your experience on the field, what do you want to say to them? I know they are watching because they can see you now. You started playing tennis at 5. Mommy and daddy, they've been supportive. But those administrators, what do you want to tell them, particularly ways that they can support tennis?
I just want to tell well-meaning Nigerians all over the world, companies, individuals, government, that they should support me and others. They should support us, that we are the champions. We can do anything. That they should just make sure that we achieve what we can and support other children out there, so we can make Nigeria proud, we could make Africa proud, and we should show the world that we are what we are made of. Yeah, that's basically what I have to say. I just want you guys to support me, support other children, and you guys will see the outcome of everything you guys have put your. Yes.
I love it. I'm so proud of you already. Stay focused, keep winning. The sky is just your starting point. Someday I want to cover you at the international circuit playing tennis and bringing joy, glory, and pride to Nigeria. Thank you so much, Bisola, for coming on the show. I'll hand you over to Yemi in Lagos.
All right, Bisola. Just one more from me before we let you go. And similar to the question my colleague Austin asked you just now, you've told us about your role model. But what are the things you aspire to? What are the things you're like, okay, I want to do this, maybe a few Grand Slam titles here and there, some competitions, prestigious competitions here and there that you would love to say, okay, I've won this, I've done that. Do you have any of those things in your mind?
Yeah, I do. I actually want to play at the Olympics.
Okay.
Get to a final of the Grand Slam and win it for African children. And I also want to become part of the world 10 in the world, become an African #1, just basically win a Grand Slam final. That's what I just want to do, and just make sure that other African children are watching me out there and know that they have an older role model that has achieved what she wants to achieve. Yeah, that's basically it.
All right, basically, Bisola is telling us she wants to be a pathfinder, trailblazer, and of course, the fact that she can imagine it means it can happen. All right, Bisola, I want to thank you for your time on the show. Hopefully, when next we'll call upon you, you'll probably be here to celebrate something with us. So very good to have you with us.